Learning branch accounts. In branch accounts, we are learning stock and debtor system. Today, we are going to learn third problem. In this problem, head office sends goods to its branch at invoice price, as well as we are going to learn the treatment of abnormal loss in stock and debtor system. Look at the board. Head office sends goods to its branch at invoice price, and the treatment of abnormal loss we are going to learn with the help of this problem. A Bombay head office sends goods to its branch at 25% profit over the cost. So profit percentage on cost is given, that is 25 by 100. So we have to find profit percentage on sales, that is 25 by 125. This we can use for taking the stock reserve. Okay. From the following, prepare necessary ledger accounts under stock and debtor system. Given information: opening stock, goods sent to branch, loss of goods in transit, pilferage. Pilferage means small theft at the branch. Closing stock, sales at branch, salary, other expenses. Madras branch received rupees 4,000 from the insurance company in settlement of a claim for loss of goods in transit. Here we received a claim from the insurance company because of loss of goods in transit. We received how much? 4,000 rupees. In this problem, no information related to debtor is given, so we need not to prepare branch debtor account. So we can ignore the branch debtor account. We have to prepare branch expenses, branch stock, branch adjustment, branch profit and loss account, and goods sent to the branch. First I am going to prepare the branch expenses. For that I am going to take branch expenses. We are going to prepare branch expenses account. I am going to take branch expenses. Here two expenses, both are cash expenses: salary, wages and other expenses. Both should be recorded in the branch expenses debit side, branch expenses account debit side, as to bank. Its total 9,000. It should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. It should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. In branch profit and loss account, the total expenses should be debited as branch expenses account, value 9,000. Here we need not to prepare branch debtor account, we have to prepare the branch stock account. For that we will take information relating to the branch stock. Opening stock recorded in the debit side of branch stock as to balance BD. It is given in invoice price, its value 20,000. Then the second item, goods sent to branch, it will be recorded in the debit side of goods sent to branch as goods sent to branch. It is also given in invoice price, its value 90,000. Then loss of goods in transit. I said any shortage, any loss, any pilferage should be divided into two parts in branch stock account. One part is loading, that is a stock reserve part. It should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. The cost of shortage should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. Here the loss of goods in transit 6,000. For that we have to take stock reserve, that should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. The total goods in transit loss how much? 6,000. For loading purpose we'll use 25 by 125. This is loading on loss in transit. Should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. Value 6,000 into 25 by 125. 6,000 into 25 by 125. 1,200. So here the branch adjustment credited. In branch adjustment account, the branch stock should be debited. Branch stock. This is loading on loss of goods in transit. Then the balance, that is cost of loss of goods in transit. Cost of loss of goods in transit should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. Total loss how much? 6,000, of which loading 1,200. So 6,000 minus 1,200, balance 4,800 considered as cost of loss of goods in transit. It should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. So loading transferred to the adjustment account. The cost of goods, the cost of loss of goods in transit should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. Here in branch profit and loss account we should debit given to the branch stock account. Value 4,800, of which we claimed from the insurance company how much? 4,000. So the cost of loss of goods in transit 4,800, of which we claimed from the insurance company 4,000. So our net loss is 800 rupees. Then we completed loss of goods in transit treatment in stock and debtor system. Then pilferage. Pilferage means theft, small theft at the branch. It is also loss. It is also divided into two parts. First we should take loading on pilferage, that should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. First we have to take loading. Total pilferage 1,200 into 25 by 125. So 1,200 into 25 by 125. 240 is a loading on pilferage. Loading on pilferage. So the balance should be transferred to branch profit and loss account, that we called cost of pilferage. How much? Total pilferage 1,200, of which 240 is a loading. So the balance 1,200 minus 240. So our cost of pilferage 960. Here the loading should be transferred to the debit side of branch adjustment account as branch stock account. Loading value 240. The cost of pilferage should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account as branch stock account. Its value 960. Then we completed the treatment of pilferage. Then closing stock. Closing stock recorded in the credit side of branch stock account as by balance CD. It is also given in invoice price. Its value 16,000 rupees. Then sales given, cash sales or credit sales are not given, so we should consider this one as cash sales. It should be credited in the branch stock account as by cash, that is cash sales. Value 1,05,000. Then salary, wages, other expenses we treated in branch expenses account and in branch profit and loss account. The claim from the insurance company we treated in the branch profit and loss account. Then we are going to balance the branch stock account. Debit side total. So the debit side total 1,10,000. Debit side total 1,10,000. We will total the credit side. Credit side 1,05,000 plus 1,200 plus 4,800 plus 240 plus 960 plus 16,000. In this problem, credit side total 1,28,200. So the credit side total heavier than debit side total. So we'll write the credit side total 1,28,200. 1,28,200. The difference 18,200 we consider as surplus of stock. We'll consider as surplus of stock. That surplus should be divided into two parts. First we should take a stock reserve on surplus. That should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. Value 18,200 multiplied by 25 by 125. So 18,200 into 25 by 125. So 3,640. It is stock reserve on surplus. Stock reserve on surplus of stock. It should be transferred to the branch adjustment account. It will be recorded in the credit side of branch adjustment account as by branch stock account. Value 3,640. Then the balancing figure should be transferred to branch profit and loss account, that is called cost of surplus of stock. Cost of surplus of stock. So total surplus 18,200, of which loading 3,640, the balance 14,560 should be transferred to the branch profit and loss account. So in branch stock account, branch profit and loss account debited. In branch profit and loss account, branch stock should be credited. Value 14,560. Okay, students, we completed the treatment of surplus of goods in branch stock account when goods are sent to branch at invoice price. Then we are going to prepare the branch adjustment account. Here we are going to take stock reserve on opening stock and on goods sent to branch and on closing stock. Yes, first we are going to take stock reserve on the opening stock. Opening stock recorded in the debit side of stock account. For its stock reserve, we will take in the credit side. Stock reserve. Stock reserve on opening stock. Total value 20,000. Stock reserve purpose will use 25 by 125. So 20,000 into 25 by 125 will get 4,000. Stock reserve on opening stock. Then we'll take stock reserve on goods sent to branch. So here we should write goods sent to branch. Its value 90,000 into 25 by 125. So 90,000 into 25 by 125 will get 18,000. Stock reserve on goods sent to branch. Then we'll take stock reserve on closing stock. It is recorded in the credit side of branch stock account. Its stock reserve taken in the debit side of branch adjustment account to stock reserve. Stock reserve on closing stock. Closing stock value 16,000 into 25 by 125. So 16,000 into 25 by 125. So 3,200. Then we'll balance branch adjustment account. Here credit side total heavier than debit side total. First we'll total the credit side. 3,640 plus 4,000 plus 18,000. Credit side total 25,640. 25,640 minus 1,200 minus 240 minus 3,200. So 21,000 transferred to branch profit and loss account. It is considered as gross profit. It is considered as gross profit. So it will be transferred to branch profit loss account credit side as by branch adjustment account. Branch adjustment account value 21,000. Then we'll balance this. Credit side total heavier than debit side. So 21,000 plus 14,560. Total 35,560. 35,560 minus 9,000 minus 800 minus 960 will get 24,800. Considered to be net profit. Considered to be net profit. Transfer to general profit and loss account. Then we have to prepare one more ledger account called goods sent to branch account. With the help of this ledger, we can ascertain purchases of the branch. Here we have to consider two ledger account, branch adjustment and branch profit and loss account. Here, we have to consider branch stock account and branch adjustment account. We are preparing goods sent to branch. We have to consider the branch stock account. In branch stock account, goods sent to branch debited. So in goods sent to branch stock should be credited by branch stock. Its value 90,000. Then in credit side, goods returned to head office is not given, so we can ignore. Then look at the branch adjustment account. Here goods sent to branch credited. Here that should be debited as branch adjustment account. Branch adjustment account. Its value 18,000. In this problem, credit side total heavier than debit side total. So 90,000 minus 18,000. 90,000 minus 18,000. So balancing figure 72,000 considered as purchases of the branch. Balancing figure. Students, in this problem we learned the treatment of abnormal loss and claim from the insurance company. In next class we will solve different problem. Till then, bye and thank you.